Alright, ready for the Battle of Viipuri Bay. I have 7 prestige, but we're doing okay. I'm quite happy with my progress so far. I did say earlier, I think this is one of the easier DLC so far, and despite the weirdness indeed where the opponent keeps getting additional reinforcements and you have to keep destroying more, I do still think this has been the easiest one so far. Wait, let's take a look.
Iro, brief me on the Viipuri situation.
The Bolsheviks are maneuvering to encircle the city. We have evacuated everyone we could.
The fall of Viipuri would open the road to Helsinki, our capital and the very heart of Finland. We cannot let it happen.
Field Marshal, our weapon stocks are almost empty. We cannot stop Meritskov's 7th Army by sheer willpower.
Oesch is right. Reason dictates that one of two things must happen. Either the British send the forces they promised us, or we must sign an armistice with the Reds.
The Reds would only see that as weakness. If they put more pressure on us, the entire front might collapse.
Then we must show them strength. They want to drown us in bodies? Let's show them what that looks like. Losses can be too terrible even for them.
A meat grinder like that cannot go on for long. And you know it.
It only has to work long enough for the Soviets to consider an armistice. Oesch, how many men can we muster in the area, and how quickly?
3 divisions against the Soviet 7. Wolinius' coastal group is the closest to the city. If he hurries, he can intercept the Reds in a few days.
If you hurry. General Oesch, you are now in command of the coastal group. Depart immediately and give the Soviets a proper Finnish welcome. One that they will never forget.
Understood, Field Marshal. If this is the last battle we'll fight, at least General Talvela will have the time of his life.
That indeed. Well, this will probably be the last battle for...
General Oesch, the situation at Viipuri is critical. You need to act decisively, or the city will fall in the coming days. Moreover, you will be the primary commander in the area. General Talvela is leading the defense east of the city. He has been ordered to only come to your aid if that sector is secure.
PT, we work together rather well. But let's get down to business. What is our plan?
Hold fast, Leonard. Stand as firm as you can. Prime Minister Rutte is preparing the peace talks with the Soviet Union, and military success is our only argument for securing decent terms. Make it clear to the Soviets. In their war against Finland, they can only count on a Pyrrhic victory.
I doubt that will work. This entire war was Pyrrhic for the Soviets, and it didn't stop the Soviet High Command.
We have no other options. Let us stand firm against the storm and hope Joseph Stalin has a shred of sanity left.
Gentlemen, shall we review the plan of the operation? We can't do much about Joseph Stalin, but his soldiers are a different matter.
I agree. The first order of the day should be to restore the supply lines between Viipuri and Helsinki. We must beat the Bolsheviks out of the villages of Rasalahti, Tervajoki, and Nisalahti. This way will force the Soviets onto the frozen Viipuri Bay. There will be sitting ducks.
Good thinking, but remember, time is vital. Viipuri won't last long without supplies.
And if we lose this city, we'll have no leverage on the peace talks. General Oesch, I am counting on you. Viipuri must hold.
I guess it does. So we'll have to take back all this stuff and then move into Viipuri itself. So the faster we do this, the better, but it shouldn't last that long. I need artillery up front, though. Because that will allow me to immediately shell. AA, recon, and then the fighters and such. All right. I'm not getting a whole lot of recon out of this, but these are Jaeger. Let's look with the scouts. Should probably get all of these within one turn. And turn 94. I guess I'll probably have to evacuate again then. At a 99. Okay. Let's go. This will probably already overrun them. Yeah. Sweet. First rank it is. These guys don't have overrun, but they'll still attack 2 times. However, I would assume this artillery can support multiple times, yeah. That makes some of these things a bit trickier. I also have a range of 5. They'll probably have AA at the very least here. I have no non-core units, so I can just go and have fun here. I'm still gonna do this. Yeah, they did have AA. I really do want to take all of these on the first turn here. That just seems to be the best outcome for me. That's part 1. I'll attack here. I'll take maybe a lethal, maybe non-lethal. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I got a bunch of experience, so that's good at least. I will do forward observer here. Huh. They do have overrun now. take the second one. And oh, maybe the attack is that bad. There we go.
The road between Helsinki and Viipuri is under our control, Field Marshal.
Splendid. Every hour the city manages to hold out, our positions on the peace talks grow stronger.
General Oesch, now that the front has leveled out, only one objective remains: killing Bolsheviks. Distasteful as it is, we have no choice. We must deal such heavy damage to the Red Army that Stalin is forced to temper his appetites.
Like I said before, I don't see why you expected to work with a lunatic like him. But I suppose this is our only option.
Ush, are you still alive over there? The cavalry has arrived.
What is that terrible noise? An armored train? It sounds like a drunken marching band rehearsing over a broken loudspeaker.
Glorious, isn't it? It's the savior of Karelia, on the rails for the first time since the Civil War. I bet the Reds still remember fleeing from it, and they will again.
Yes, well, it's loud enough to wake all the dead Ruskis between here and the Rata Road. Where did you even find this antique? In the museum?
At a depot, Ush. Where else? We did some emergency renovations. But at its heart, it's the same machine that won the Battle of Van Trier 20 years ago. So don't be so skeptical. Väinämöinen was old too, but he drove men into the ground all the same. Just you wait and see. Our veterans will fight that much harder when they hear this mighty roar. But let's try and keep this savior intact. A few adjustments and it will serve us very well in the future.
I'm sure it will. Let's get some of this infantry already in tougher terrain. Oh, they're already level 2. That's unfortunate. Well, the Soviets aren't here yet, but I'm rather afraid things will go awry. I'm gonna move this thing to the back. I really don't see any reason to try and keep it or something. Now, one and 7 is all well and fine. Okay, I'm not gonna do any better. At least not now. I need to destroy 40 Soviet units. It doesn't seem to be that problematic of a task. But you never know. 10 combined it is. What I'll be wanting to do is getting my units out in there, but at the same time. It's just too far away here, unfortunately. Do need to get reasonable positions. Now, I don't think. Oh, never mind. Let's do this. I don't think they'll be seeing that. This is okay. And just like that, I don't see them doing anything crazy. It's a bit of a wonky first turn, but to get all those, check this, secondary objective 0 still. I don't know where they come from. I guess planes from there. I mean, this wasn't unexpected. The amount of damage is, though, was pretty rough. 2 damage sucks. Bye. Oh, I thought their turn was done. It's weird.
General Ush, our secret service has intercepted a Soviet radiogram. The enemy is planning a massive air raid on our forces around Viipuri. Do what you can to minimize the damage.
In this case, the best defense has got to be offense. With the peace treaty within sight, if we shoot down a sufficient number of Soviet planes, the Bolsheviks will call off their air assault. I will debrief our fighter pilots.
Who knows?
General Ush, I have a cunning plan.
That sounds oddly menacing. Do tell.
I suggest we conduct a raid beyond the front lines.
Getting ahead of the main advance? Why did even expect something different? You're becoming predictable, Talvala. Something a man should avoid while at war.
Look, Ush, my acquaintance from Signal Intelligence told me that the Bolsheviks are bringing Finnish POWs to the town of Johannes. They are planning to send our men inland. If we don't break them out, they'll be stuck in Stalin's labor camps for years.
A risky plan. But you're right. We can't leave our comrades in arms behind. And even aside from the morality of it, we have no way of telling how long the war will last. If Prime Minister Ruti cannot secure the peace treaty, this army will need every man who can hold a rifle.
That's right. That's definitely right. Alright. Let's overrun those bad boys. Now. Oh, that's the wrong one. That was definitely a misclick. That's okay. Let's send in the air boys after I've dealt with that AA. Bam. There are basically 2 ways about it. I can move through those supply points and try to get through here. or I would get through here, which is a pretty reasonable. Do I not gain any more experience at that point? Guess I'll do it like this then. Anyhow, they also have another plane out here. Is there any other airfield close by up here? Alright, I'll move my units first and then I'll see. Getting in through here is probably the best way to do it. This is a bit tricky. But the best way to get into that harbor is through this way. I'll take a bit of damage, I don't mind. And again, I'm forgoing a little bit of experience just for the ability to get there faster, stuff like that. Okay. They won't be able to shoot over the forest, so I'll probably be fine. Of course, that way I cannot actually take this, but I'll use the infantry in a bit to go there. I'll be fine. Now that I've cleared most of these, I can actually send a significant force over to this area without running too much risk. As sad as it is, though, I will have to move my AA in this direction by truck, which is not my preferred method of moving. They also need to move back. I don't see the opponent or the AI actually moving across through that way. These guys just cannot move to any other position. Let's move you there, because it's least likely that they'll be able to tackle me here. This sucks though, not gonna lie. Can land there. Can assign him Hans Wind, another talented fighter pilot from Finland. Hans Hendrik Wind is known for 77 aerial victories, making him the second highest scoring Finnish ace. He won his first victories, 38.5 of them, on a Brewster Buffalo, an aircraft that the entire US Air Force wouldn't down a single enemy plane with. In 1944 he was issued a modern German Messerschmitt Bf-109, and just in time for the hardest battles of the Continuation War. At this time he was already knighted with the Mannerheim Cross once, and after the battles of Tali-Lantala he received his second cross, one of the only 4 people to receive such honor. Hans Wind was not only a courageous pilot, but an intelligent one as well. He wrote the manual on fighter tactics that rookie pilots would use in their training for decades to come. Well, naturally, that will be devastating fire. Or strike. And let's say he's level 2. Shame I can't use that. Oh, I can use it here. Boom. Didn't actually know that you could click it like this. Interesting. Nope. I'm gonna feel the pain of bombs so badly, I think. Probably gonna cry. That wasn't too bad. Okay, that also wasn't too bad, apparently. I mean, we get all the infantry buffs. That's not really gonna do anything.
General Oesch, the Bolsheviks are about to get reinforcements. General Oesch, a large Soviet aviation group is on the radar. Prepare to receive them. Bad news, General Oesch.
Jesus.
The Secret Service reports a Soviet train transport headed for Viipuri, loaded up with heavy artillery. Have you heard about Stalin's sledgehammers?
I've been on the receiving end of them more than once, and I do not recommend it. Do you know the train's destination? Or at least its current location?
Please, Oesch. I know both. It is currently at Kaukjärvi and headed towards Kamara.
We'll try and intercept it, General Ira. If we let the Bolsheviks unload the sledgehammers, there will be a smoking ruin in the place of Viipuri.
Holy fuck, how am I supposed to get there? Destroy the train with Soviet artillery before it arrives. It's already freaking there. What? have to destroy the train. Well, I might try to break through with my airplanes, but then I'd need to land there first anyway. I will need at least a turn to do that. Another Soviet plane bites the dust. That will give me an overrun at the very least, so I can now just move in here and kill them. Okay.
General Ush, the Ruskies we captured told us some curious things. A shipment of tank flamethrowers has recently arrived in one of their warehouses in the rear. It seems the Soviets were going to use them for storming our fortifications, but couldn't get the weapons on the front line fast enough. Why don't we capture them?
Indeed, why don't we? Sounds as suicidal as your other ventures so far, but it's our chance to get new Soviet equipment and spread some chaos behind the enemy lines. Go ahead.
Just you wait. My boys will get those flamethrowers before you can say lick it Hayton.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty close, but it's rather silly.